Welcome back. Thank you for clicking on us. Thank you for coming back here to hear what we got to talk about.
Which is absolutely nothing.
Y'all already know what it is. I'm Jay, and this is
C.
Okay, so how was your week?
How are you doing?
I was talking to you.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm doing schmidget.
Yeah, your week was alright.
I'm alright.
My week was alright. Something bothered me though.
The hell bothered you now?
Listen, so I was online, scrolling or whatever the case was, and something popped up. Some post popped up about a girl. She went. I don't know where she went to, but she went to go get her body done. Get the BBL or whatever the case is. Came back.
Upgrade.
Basically, she got the BBL. So she came back. She started getting sick, and like her health kept like deteriorating. She doesn't know why it's happening. She finally goes to get checked and realizes that either her kidney or her liver, an organ that wasn't supposed to be touched, was taken.
Oh, they took some shit from her?
They took some organs from her.
Oh, they snatched it.
Basically,
she went
they swiped it. Swipe or no swiping, because she didn't know about it. Like she didn't know about it, which is crazy. I hope she is okay.
Turnstile with a liver?
Yeah, basically. I hope she's good. I hope you're okay. I hope that your health is getting better. But it definitely led me to basically.
What's my honest opinion on that?
What's your honest opinion?
That's her fault.
Where
did she go?
I don't know. She went to some foreign country. It wasn't in here. It was
she
either
went to
Mexico, Colombia. I don't know where. Somewhere outside the country to go get this done. And the reason, so this bothered me like a little bit because it's just so much of a focus on like body, the BBL, the looks, and maintaining this, all of this, and not focusing on like who you are as a person, and that being what attracts the right person to you.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
BBL versus personality.
Yeah.
Looks versus personality.
Basically.
This is a very stimulating conversation here.
It is. It is. It definitely is.
It's weird because I feel like people always want to fix their outer, but they don't want to touch the inner.
Basically. And in reality, you can be extremely beautiful and have no type of substance. You can be very handsome and be a rotten ass person. So it's just like, here you go to deal with this, and you're not even thinking about the inside. You get what I mean?
It's sort of like you go get an apple. It looks good on the outside, and then it got a bunch of worms on the inside.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Are you going to eat it still? You going to eat that apple? I ain't going to eat that apple. I don't even like bugs. What? So,
that's disgusting.
It is. So, I feel like it's something that like definitely should be touched on as like, one of the things about like body and, personality, beauty versus looks. There is a variety of, things or people that are considered beautiful or whatever the case is, or not considered beautiful. But it's just like, if you're not a great person, if you're not, if you just don't have positivity about you or just genuinely good, they still ain't gonna like you. You know how many girls get their body done and they still are not happy? They still are not surrounded by the people who...
I think that's because of the societal norm. Women look at their worth through beauty, and men look at their worth through finances, image, popularity, etc., etc., etc. I think
that's very true.
It's just too much. So it's like, for me, it's like, is it more value to be arm candy, or is it more value to being connected to a person? Like, it's like, damn, why do people even think about this to me?
Think about
when you want to be more connected to the person, versus just being arm candy, because then you're just a trophy.
Yeah.
And what's the point of having a trophy? What's the title of the trophy?
Nothing.
It ain't got MVP on that bitch.
They don't got nothing.
You don't got MVP on that.
They don't. And then it's just like, if you're treated like a trophy, you're just treated like a physical object, a temporary toy, You know what I mean? Like, it's no value to that.
And the crazy part is that looks have a timestamp.
They do.
And
unless you keep it together, but even that is
but
work.
it's always something new and shinier to buy
That's very
or to
true.
get or
It's
to
very
own. Or in this case, the fuck. You did.
You said the what?
The fuck. I'm just being honest, like
yeah.
it's kind of startling,
It's true though.
Like every girl think they got a little good on their thing, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But in reality, it's a little too much.
Yeah. Another thing about this, that's so crazy to me, it's like we all have insecurities. You get what I mean? We all have insecurities. Whether they be, you're fat, you're too skinny, you're anything, your hair's short, you ain't got no edges. There's an insecurity that you have, but it's kind of like if you don't learn to accept this insecurity slowly and surely, but actually getting there, it doesn't matter how beautiful you make yourself or what kind of enhancements you do, you're still going to have these issues. You are. It's like, I'm gonna use myself for example. I remember the first time I had a drastic weight loss, right? It was really drastic. It was very big. And even small, I still had the mindset like I'm still fat. And it wasn't until like my last weight loss that I was 320 and I went down to like 250 or whatever the case is, that I was able, and I was working out and I did the inside
Can I ask you a
work.
question?
Yeah.
Was it more guys on your body then?
When I was
like when you went down to 250, did you feel like it was more guys on your body?
Same amount.
Wow. Everything's a setup.
Same amount, yeah.
It didn't change, no greater, no influx.
I mean, it's always.
You didn't feel like it peaked a little bit?
It's always been a number of,
Numerous,
guys trying. You know what I mean? I don't think it got any larger. Like, it's the same flow or whatever. No, I'm lying. There was some dudes that wouldn't holler at me at 320. They would like my pictures or like my stories or heart it. But when I got to 250, it was like, now it was like the eyes. And it was like, hey, you're beautiful. And then it was more verbal contact as opposed to like,
you, huh?
Yeah.
It was simping your ass.
Listen,
huh?
It wasn't saying lies.
I ain't saying nothing. Hey, look.
So
whatever floats your boat, don't let that hoe sink. You dig?
Either way, the point is like when I did it that way, where I did work as opposed to like the fast, trendy diets or whatever the case is, I valued myself more. I was able to love myself more and deal with my insecurity.
Love yourself more because of?
Not because of the weight loss.
I know, I didn't say that.
Just more of just loving myself more because of the fact that I accepted myself at that weight or at this weight. Like I gained weight since the weight loss. I gained about like 30 pounds. Okay. And I'm still, even though it's like, oh dang, I need to get to it. It's not on some tip like, oh my God, I'm so fat. Oh my God. It's not like a bashing to it. You get what I mean? Of course there's still stuff, but not like where I still have that mindset that I'm not good enough.
So like for me, like, how long does it last? Like how long does looks last before you say compatibility? Like, I feel like
true. So true.
I mean, like, damn, like, so you want me to be able to take you to the movies and take you to the nice restaurant, take you to these places. We get there, then I can't talk to you about nothing because you ain't the spice of life, girl. You look good from when I take pictures with you, but then we start talking about, what's your hobbies? And you're like, I just like looking good. Yeah. I like going to the gym to look good. I like putting on makeup. I like buying nice clothes. Damn, everything's around your looks, boo.
But there's nothing more. And it's not to say that, I don't want y'all to feel like we're only talking about females and bashing them. Guys do this also.
Oh yeah, it's a two-way street.
Like there's penis enlargements and enhancements as well. And there's like, you can get abs, you can do liposuction, hair
That's good.
plugs. Now they can shade in their hairline. There's actual man weave now.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's
You got some dudes. I saw this dude where he got a haircut and he had a little bald spot right here,
Yeah.
and they took hair from off his beard. They put it on there, and they put some shit on there.
I don't know.
And now,
it's very amazing.
huh?
It's amazing. how
That's
they can-
amazing.
That's talent. And it look good.
Listen, you could call it what you call talent is what I called, They bejeweling these niggas out here, man. These niggas getting bejeweled out here.
And bejeweled.
Bejeweled. Like, I think they getting befooled because they act like they're not returning back to what they got to turn to. I mean, I just think it's all crazy. Like, I really feel like there's nothing wrong with wanting yourself to look your absolute best. But if you ain't got the best shit coming out your mouth, then what we talking about? Like, if I can't connect with you, even if we don't have the same hobbies or the same things of interest, but if we can have a good conversation and vibe with each other, I think that's pretty candid.
Basically.
Like if I look in your eyes and
and there's nothing.
like, damn, just let me spit on it, bitch.
Good night.
Like,
I can't with
like,
you.
that's it?
You always trying to spit on something.
Nah, that's a false. She's lying, people. Always trying to spit on something? No, not one bit. Spit on what? Spit in the toilet? What's wrong with you? Spit in a, you know what I mean? Or you trying to spit on? You see how she trying to get me up? She gonna have y'all in the comments saying some wild. What you trying to spit on, huh? See?
Oh my God!
Let me see what you want to spit on, huh? I got something you can spit on.
What do you guys? So for you guys, like, what do you guys think about like these beauty enhancements? Say something in the comment, like, what do you think about the BBLs? What do you think about penis enlargements or the fake hairlines or weave? Because you know what, beauty enhancements is not only operations; it's like weave. I mean, makeup.
Beauty enhancements. It's somebody that works out in the gym
Fast.
and do the steroids and he talks like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
If they do steroids.
I just like to just lift weights.
But I feel like, but working out can also be like a spiritual thing.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about those. We're not talking about the anomalies. We're talking about.
Those are not. There's a lot of people who go to work out to feel good, not because of what they look like.
Yeah, it's those
just
people
to
out
feel
there.
good.
But it's a beauty enhancement too.
I mean, what if they don't? What if they work out and they don't? Like if somebody has I'm not going to say a shape because I'm not going to put a shape as an ugly shape. But what if they go to work out and nothing really changes? They still eat the same. They just feel good. Their face don't change.
I mean, you hear about all these stories about bodybuilders dying from bad diets, but they look like they're in great shape.
That's crazy.
I mean, to me, isn't that like having a bad inside of you? Isn't that the same thing? You look great on the outside.
Yeah, but inside
but then
you're
you're
not
sour.
good. Yeah. You know, it's important. I think it's important to just really focus on.
So here's my thing, right?
Uh-huh.
I think women, this is going to be a very confusing thing. Do you want men, matter of fact, this goes to men and women. Do you want them to lust over you? Or you really want them to care about you?
When you talk about men, are you just talking about men in the street?
What?
Are you talking about men and just randoms? Or are you talking about the man that the person is with?
I mean, do you, like, we're talking about BBL versus person that looks versus
but when
person.
you're like, oh, do you want men to lust
Do
after
you want them to lust over you or
care for
to
you?
care about you?
Now, if it's just a random man, most likely, if they're looking at you, they're lusting. They're not going to care for you off the
Do
bat.
you want them to lust over you or care about you?
I would like...
We know.
If
Let's hear
it's
it.
my man, not a random, if it's my man, I want a little bit of both. Which one is, if I can only have one, because I've said this before, but it wasn't, if I
Do
could
you
only
want them
have
to
one,
lust for
I want
you
him
or to
I want
really
him to
care
I want him
for
to
you?
care about me.
You sure?
I do want him to care about me before lusting, because if he only lusts me, that means he's not going to care about what's going on with me. But I mean, if I only have one, I'll pick care. But I still want a little bit of both. But I can't have a little bit of both.
I want the broad to care about me.
So I want him to care about me.
I want her to care about me. You know why? Because
when you're sick.
Nah. Because it's only gonna stay hard so many times.
Okay.
Right? Am I lying?
You're right. Until the body falls apart.
It's only gonna last for so long. Like
There's so many work you can get done to your body.
I don't think my tongue should have arthritis.
There's exercises for
that.
That
shit's
though.
Twitching.
There's exercises for. I feel like if you keep your exercises up, you don't have to worry about your body not working no more.
What if I'm 80?
Let me tell you something.
And I'm senile.
I'm not gonna say what couple this is, because I might get in trouble if I give the information. But I know a married couple. The man was 84. The woman was 82. And at 82 years old, that wife come to find out that her husband was cheating with a 50-something-year-old.
Yeah, good luck, young. Old fella know what he was doing.
This is a whole other conversation.
Old fella's for the streets. That's what I'm talking about.
This 84-year-old, he was in shape. He worked in building houses and construction forever.
He's retired though, right?
I mean, yeah, but he still help out.
The way you said it was like he's still working.
Nah, but he still helps people out. Like he's able at 84, he was able to walk around with no shirt, and be stacked, grays and all, bald head.
He's an anomaly, but
you get what I'm saying. The thing about that, here goes this on another topic, and we have to talk about this. When it comes to you being married to somebody, is that not important that y'all both?
Here we go.
All right, we'll talk about it another day.
Say it again. Say. I just want to hear what you gotta say. Let's hear what you gotta say.
Because here in this situation, being someone who has not been married, and it's just damn. So I gotta be able to twerk it. I gotta be able to twerk it, and do whatever on the dick until I'm 90.
Who told you that?
They've been married for years.
But who told you that?
I mean, no one told me that.
Okay.
But from this situation, it's damn. If he's in shape, and what happened is she didn't stay in shape. She was old. She let it happen to her. And I'm not saying that what he did was correct. No, it's wrong that he cheated. But as a married couple, if he is, in shape and he still can slang's dick, you have to be able to take the dick, do different shit, and do different tricks. Does that sound? That sounds very chauvinistic, don't it?
I think that if he's in good shape, he should have inspired his woman to get in good shape.
He should. But what if she's not trying to?
Well, variety is the spice of life.
Horrible.
I'm not.
We gotta twerk it till we 90.
Listen.
90. Can you imagine?
Work it.
I'm gonna do it.
Is it worth it?
I'm good.
Thing down, flipping reverse.
I want to. So it don't.
I ain't saying all the other line.
I don't even care. I want to. I'm not gonna lie. I said a very long time that I wanted to be able to hump until I was 90. So.
That's your future plans in life?
Part of them.
Jesus,
Part
man.
of them. If I have I want to be able.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to 90, but if I do, listen. I just want a nice TV, some sports, some nice iced tea, some lemonade.
You don't know what you're gonna want at that age.
Listen, and I want to be able to just count straight.
You don't even know what you're gonna want at that age. For
So,
all you know, you might be vibrant and still trying to get a piece of life.
I think there's a lot of people that still need to. People need to prioritize learning themselves.
Yep. For real.
Versus having people stare at you. I think that people are so stuck in this social media era where they're I just want the likes.
Yeah.
And nah, baby, learn yourself, bro. Learn yourself.
Love yourself.
Learn yourself. You saying love yourself, but learn it first.
I meant what I should have. The word that was missing was "and," but it was learn yourself, but also love yourself.
Learn yourself because learn your likes and dislikes because you know why? It could save 5 years of relationship because you could tell this person this ain't for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But learn yourself. Learn what you like sexually. Because she might not do it right.
Or he might not do it right.
Exactly. And you might want your, what's that spot between the balls and
your gooch.
some dudes like that, and some dudes
lick.
some people like the red zone.
Yeah.
I don't like the red zone.
You mean
Some do.
You mean a booty hole?
I'm not gonna say booty hole, and I said it, but that's the red zone to me. That is, I just think that you like that a little too much. You need to check out your sexuality.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I didn't say get all this. I said check it out. Look,
listen.
Go check it out. That's it. For men, I ain't talking about women. I'm saying go check it out a little bit.
This is a whole different topic.
I've heard.
Put in the comments if you want us to talk about
listen,
this. About
I've heard some things and
some fetishes.
Listen, all I'm saying is, if I'm a guy,
some kinky shit.
And look, if I'm a guy, and she wants to, turn the, go around the turntable a little bit, but when they start scratching and shit, I'm like, whoa!
You know what's so crazy?
No, it's not. I don't want to hear what you're about to say. But I've heard some things where with guys, I'm like, yo,
one of my homegirls got invited.
Who taught you that? Your mama?
One of my homegirls got invited to peg a guy with a dildo.
He?
Yeah, she.
Oh.
He wanted her to peg him. So she was just like, what should I do? I was like, baby girl, if you want to experience it, go ahead and experience it.
Knock
it off your bucket list.
How do you feel about that as a guy? If you was the guy doing it, if you was doing it to the guy, what would you think about him?
I personally, so I'm a very fluid person. When it comes,
I don't care about that. What do you think of the guy?
I think he's either he has a fetish, right? If he just wants a female to do it, this is a fetish of his. If he actually likes, because the G spot, the guy's G spot is in their butt.
Finish it.
But if he is into men doing it also, he's bisexual. If he only wants a man to do it, then he's gay. If he doesn't care if it's a man, if it's a woman, if it's a trans, then he's pansexual.
Here's my thing. We're talking about objects going in the booty, right? We're talking about objects going in the booty, right?
Personally.
Whoa. Listen to me. Okay. We're talking about objects going in the booty, right?
Yeah.
For a woman, if there's no other object, she only can put her hand, finger, fist, elbow, whole arm.
Damn.
I'm saying.
That's what are you going?
I'm saying. If he likes that, he likes it. Bro, do your thing. Yeah. Chicken wing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is,
it just ain't fair.
I don't be thinking guys should be putting lube. That's not for guys.
But
it is for guys.
Yeah.
It's for those guys.
Yeah, basically.
And if you're those guys, then
if that's what you like,
that's your life, bro.
But it's just
But
anyway, back on.
But if you got a woman and you want that every time,
but some females are into that.
Cool. True.
I personally, would I do that?
No.
Not like I. No. Now I would say 2000. 17, 16, Jen. Yeah, I would have did it. I would have did it.
Freaking and cheeking.
But then I wouldn't. But I never done it. But the thing is, I would do it, but I wouldn't. It wouldn't be somebody that
He was freaking and cheeking.
I wouldn't. He couldn't be my man.
He was freaking and cheeking.
I wasn't, but I would have in them days because it was a time around that time. Anyway, back to either way. My last thing on. Because he definitely went off topic. My last thing on
5 years ago, that was a topic. That's what she's trying to say.
5 years ago, I was
it's
a little
2022. Open. It's not 2023 yet.
5 years
but
ago.
But she's saying 6 years ago. 6, 7.
She
was on that kind of wave.
I was like, I'd have tried it.
Wow.
I would have.
And what if an accident happened?
What do you mean? They pooped? They pooped?
Accidents happen.
On me? Why would they? I mean, depending on the position, I wouldn't. Whoa. I mean, I would hope that
you said you're a nasty girl.
I was like, if they poop, that's so crazy. But
Whoa.
anyway, that was a because anyway, that's a whole different
What's your
conversation.
next point?
My point on this was more of like, it's more of like, listen, where the same thing about learning yourself and loving yourself, because it doesn't matter what you look like at all. It's really what's inside. And if there's things that you want to work on, if there's,
There's some things inside, all right.
I just think that
They're just screaming to come out.
I think you should learn to love your insecurities.
That's insecurity.
Learn to love your insecurities.
Yikes.
Learn to love yourself. Learn to accept yourself and work on the inside person. It is not worth putting yourself on a deathbed to basically be able to look a certain kind of way.
Masses.
It's crazy to me. I don't think that any beauty enhancement should go to the point of putting your health at risk. It's just not worth it. And I'm sorry if you don't feel like, I remember one of my homegirls, she was really hype about getting her body done. And one thing she kept saying is like, I'm getting tired of being played. I'm getting tired of being played. These niggas is playing me, da 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 da. And it didn't stop her from getting played. So at the end of the day, love yourself. And that's what it is for me.
So, this is my thing. Mm-hmm. Love is so challenging in itself with compatibility. Crazy how we make it more difficult for ourselves. Mm-hmm. Love is it's like trying to do 12 times 12 times 12 times 12 with no calculator. And we out here trying to make it a worse situation. Worry about the things first, better yourself. If you want to make yourself look better, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But don't be in a rush to fix the outside when your inside is all screwed up.
All chopped up.
Love is mad challenging, and finding compatibility should be that's hard in itself. And I just think that people are just not focused. Mm. You know what I'm saying? I have my ways. We all have. Sometimes, sometimes it be shorty with the big booty that'd get me. Yeah. And it could be shorty with the nice eyes, shorty that she got a sexy voice. It could be something.
Anything. The way that makes you laugh.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes it's about compatibility, Yeah. And it's about knowing if this person really cares for you and want to go the extra mile for you. And you should be doing the same. Shouldn't just be one-sided.
Basically.
That's me. That's how I feel about it. And,
you're not gonna
hopefully our words and inspiration has caught some of you delusional people.
And it's crazy because this also falls into, the logic versus the emotion. The emotion of, I want to look this way. I want to look this way. And then the logic is like, bitch, you can fucking die. Die. You can fucking die on the table. You can die with the steroids.
So,
you could,
logic versus heart.
Logic versus heart.
Right choice versus what you want. I think people need to think more and see more of what's really going on. They need to be able to make sense of what's going on. And this is how people have placed expectation on people that's not even realistic. Mm-hmm. And sometimes people's actions not even on your own wavelength. You got to be able to see these things. You got to be able to. Everything can't be about your emotions in the sense of this feels right, but your brain ain't telling you it's right. Mm-hmm. And
very true.
And I'm not trying to say your emotions steer you wrong. They would.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but a good number of times. A good number of times. We just saw.
Oh man.
Shorty was married for 14 years with 2 kids.
Yeah, we just seen this video.
On a couple's getaway for a 3-day trip.
Yeah.
And she saw some dude that she seen 12 years ago. Uh-huh. Mind you, 2 years into their marriage. And she had such a great time with him. When in reality, it's just her emotions flirting with her. And she left her husband and 2 kids. Mm-hmm. All because she's a dodo. And then wrote a book. And then it said, my soulmate rejected me.
The name of the book was When Your Soulmate Says No.
Wow. Broad, What's wrong with you? You such a fucking heifer. Like,
Good night.
you was meant for the fucking
Good
streets.
night.
She's a street hoe. She out here.
Falling in love.
She out here ducking and fucking for $20 and then
She didn't duck and fuck for $20.
She might as well.
She just
Look how crazy that is.
The dude was just
his
body
14
was right.
years.
I mean, that's crazy. It's
two
crazy.
husbands.
It's crazy.
2 kids.
2 kids. 1 husband.
She
14
threw that
years
shit away.
and said,
Listen,
because he made.
she
her,
said,
what happened
career.
was he turned on the faucet, if you know what I mean.
Drip.
That wasn't even a drip. That was a full.
Oh, you talking about Niagara?
Like.
That shit was waterfall.
And what it sounded like was like she didn't feel that in a couple of years. That's what it sounded like.
And guess what happened?
And he just hyped her up. He did little stuff, you know.
And what happened at the end?
What happened was she left her husband and then got rejected by her soulmate. So she let her emotions
cloud her
judgment.
The guy that was with you, he went on a retreat with you to spark, to revitalize
something.
They're wedded. They're married.
Yeah, she did. And the crazy part is like, there's so much to the story because she knew like her emotions totally clouded her judgment.
One night
and respect, because there was a point that like the dude that is like he's muscly and the guy, he feeds her chocolate pudding on a spoon in front of everybody, even her husband.
I don't know about that.
She said, like, in front of everybody.
Yeah, but I didn't hear husband was there.
I said, did she say, like, she said she
said, where was the husband?
I don't know where he was. But
all I know is
that was real emotion over logic.
All I know is, Shorty,
she was wild.
If you'd have seen Shorty, Shorty like Amy Schumer mom's.
What happened? She looked like what?
Amy Schumer's mom.
Okay. Oh my God.
What?
No, she didn't. She got the same lips as
yo,
her. But
she
couldn't look like her.
She could have been Seinfeld's moms.
She could have been. No, you know who she looked like? Like the guy from the Saturday Night Live.
She's like a guy? Oh my
like
God. She said I was worse.
No, like his sister. The guy from Saturday Night Live, the chunky one that's real funny. I don't know. Either way.
Listen. She wasn't a smart one.
She wasn't.
The husband, she said she even had a good life.
Yeah.
2 kids. She had a whole career.
Yeah.
She dumped a career, the husband, the 2 kids, the home.
Everything.
All for one night, and she didn't even get fucked.
She did not get fucked. He
She didn't even get fucked. What the fuck?
It was like a hug at the end of it. And she was like, will I ever see you again? Is this over? Something like, hope this is not over. Will I ever see you again?
He just said one word.
And the guy like held her and was like, yes. And she was like, that's all I needed to hear. What?
She said, I don't care about anything else.
I didn't care.
How could she say she found her soulmate and she just met this ninja?
You know, sometimes there's a little rare times that this actually happens and people are actually still together. Rare exceptions.
I've heard a story where the guy's eyes were so big, he looked into my soul.
First of all, he's talking about me. Second
What?
of all,
I did not.
It wasn't a romantic thing.
You said he was handsome.
It wasn't a romantic. His eyes were so piercing. It looks like he could see into somebody's soul. That's how nice they were. But anyway, still, that'd make me go, oh my God, I'm falling in love. Oh my God, take me away.
Yeah, because you was getting a turkey sandwich.
I wasn't getting a turkey sandwich.
With avocado on it. Fuck out of here.
Either way, I'll say that when it comes to logic and your heart, I am horrible when it comes to choosing my logic. But I've realized in a lot of the mistakes, a lot of the experiences that I put myself into, a lot of the stuff, like the how I move, that it's very important to have a balance to the logic and emotion. Because sometimes you can't even make a decision only off of logic, because everything is not logical. Some things, it's like you have to trust your instinct. You have to trust you gotta trust the feeling. There's a lot of people who are serious. There's a lot of people, you think about, matter of fact, here we go. Here's a great example. Walt Disney, and I always use him. Walt Disney was homeless, had the whole drawing of Mickey, had the whole everything or whatever. He was eating out of garbage, like on outside, eating out of garbage. The logical answer would have been, dude, you gotta stop this. This ain't what you want. This ain't gonna work.
Stop what?
Stop trying to become who he is. Stop trying to
chase his dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? But it was his heart that was just like, no, this is going to make it. It wasn't his logic, because he had several failures. If you just use logic would have told him after the 2-3 failures, you're not good at this. This is not meant for you.
You're not it?
Yeah. But it was his emotions
that
continued to push.
You're not that guy.
There's so many people who have hit rock bottom and became successful all off of their heart, all off of a feeling. I'm not going to
Once again, she's talking about careers and companies. We're talking about these, but
it's the same thing sometimes.
Okay.
You think about small business owners.
We're talking about love.
Okay, so even with
okay, like you're talking about like a player, a basketball player that started out. They said, "You're not gonna do it, dude. You're not tall enough." Yeah, we heard all those stories. We're not talking about that.
But there's also stories of people who gone through the windmill and gone through horrible. I'm not gonna say horrible stuff. But they've gone through tough stuff, even in marriages, even in relationships. You go through tough stuff. Listen, and the logic...
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah, but...
I'm just saying those percentages are low.
But, just to use it, you know what I mean? There's situations where you can't use logic, and for some reason your heart is like, yo, I'm stay in it. And some people actually stay in it, and they have something beautiful in it. And I'm not going to say it's easy. I'm not going to say that's for everybody. But there's just certain situations where logic doesn't come into play, because that's just not what's... Ooh, look, I'm about to sound mad. That's just not what's written in the stars. No, but for real. But I do agree that...
a star ain't nothing but another sun in a different universe, right?
Yeah. Who's not to say that that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not even going to get into that. Because for y'all that are into the whole multiverse and all that stuff, you realize that that's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, sometimes logic can't be the only answer.
I'm telling you, man, she's like Yoda.
Sometimes logic can't be the only answer, but it's needed. I do agree that it's needed. I also agree, do whatever they fucking want, but still have the logic back. Still have the logic.
Don't listen to that. Don't do whatever the fuck you want. Because whatever the fuck you want gonna come back and haunt you.
Depends.
For every cause,
action.
Every action there's a repercussion. There's a repercussion. This is how the world works.
But this is what I mean. Knowing that and having that in your mind is still you having logic. Like, I'm not going to
listen. She could flip this pancake any way she wants, and that's cool. I'm cool with that. Listen. I'm not saying she's wrong.
Any way you want, I'll flip it.
I just think your heart
will fuck you up.
And logic ain't gonna fuck you up. If anything, logic might limit you from surpassing something. Yeah. But guess what? It won't fuck you. Your heart, either it's gonna fuck you,
I don't know,
or it's gonna make you.
I don't know if it won't fuck you.
But I just know.
But it'll fuck you less than your emotion. I will say that.
So you do the math.
If you're a rebel like me.
She's a rebel with no cause.
I have a cause.
The mayhem.
But the cause...
mayhem.
But the cause, if I understand it, that's all that matters to me. That's all that matters to me. It doesn't matter to me if anybody else don't understand it, because it's my journey. So, But needless to say, I still think that there should be a
The
balance.
Diary of a Psychopath.
Look, psychopath. Yeah.
So, here's something I'm gonna say to y'all.
Yeah.
Just because you think you found your match, don't mean the other person feel they found their match. Listen.
Very true.
You heard the story we just said, right?
Yeah.
Shorty,
She thought she found that
she
match.
thought she found the soulmate. And homie just found the drinking partner for the night.
Yeah. Somebody to kick it with.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think
Ain't no but in that story because he ain't even want none.
he didn't even want none.
He didn't even want
try to
none.
hit. Like,
Says a lot.
yeah.
It says that he was just like, yo, I'm that nigga. I'm that guy. She's so hooked on me. I'm gonna give her a little time, but she ain't getting no play.
I mean, some guys do that though. Some guys just like to hunt, the chase, and then
I ain't gonna lie, I've done that.
Give me
too.
the
I've done that so
attention,
many
but
times.
I ain't really serious about it.
It's like,
Excuse me.
you know what it is? It's like catching a fish and throwing it back. It's like, I gotcha.
Yeah. Like if the feeling is gone. Men are hunters. That's really what it comes down to.
Women are hunters too.
Yeah.
We know about them liners.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
hunt too.
You
Because
know?
trust me,
If
I
she'd
got
had
bit a
some-
couple
if
times.
she'd have had some logic in that situation,
listen,
she would have realized.
you ready for my next point?
I mean, what if she would have had? Wait a minute. If she'd have had some logic in this situation, she just enjoyed that night for what it was,
Can I say my point now?
and then
Because you know my point is going to go right into this.
Okay.
I
what
feel
is
like
it?
that story
Yeah.
has just, right here. Right here.
What you gonna say?
We right here. We ain't going anywhere.
That's what she should have said. That's what she should have done. Set her ass right there with her husband.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Never fear the truth. Truth in itself is freedom.
Yeah.
Truth in itself can take you out of situations that wasn't meant for you in your perception.
Huh.
Not arrogance or prideful, but you gotta be perceptive.
But everybody's perception is different.
Yeah,
Therefore,
obviously hers is weird, like
you
shit on
know,
a stick.
And in reality, like she didn't fear any truth in that situation. She didn't even have her.
She
truth,
only heard her truth,
She only. Yeah.
and she did not value her family, her career. She didn't value her vows. She did not value her children.
Yeah.
She didn't value any of that. Now she's writing books about.
That was her truth. That was literally her truth. Her truth was she didn't value what she had.
Now she's on beach chairs with her feet up by her damn self.
Yeah.
Because you know why? She's 50 plus, trying to get into the dating market with 2 children and she's divorced. Baby, the odds are stacked against you.
She's only gonna get humped.
She was a straight up doofus. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
She's boo boo the fool. Like her mother would have. Like if her mother was alive, I hope her mother was alive. Because this is one of those moments, girl. What the you was thinking?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
You have a man that's all about you.
Go work on it. Go back home and work on it. Tell him to hug you and say yes in your ear.
To go back home.
Tell
and
him to go. Tell him
you
to
need to
feed
go
you.
dip in the with the Florida water with she need to go get baptized
and burn
again.
some Palo Santo. That's what you need.
You know
to
what
do.
she needs to do? She needs to go renew her vows, and the man don't say nothing.
She needed to tell her husband, feed me some pudding. Because that's what turned the faucet on. She needed to tell him, lock eyes with me.
You see how we talked earlier?
That's the problem.
You know what she needs?
What?
She needs to get shitted on.
Okay. All right.
You know why?
She says, why?
Because she's that girl.
Good night. Good night.
You know what she is, right? Talk about it.
Who is she?
She's that girl that's gonna do. Remember what we talked about
I
earlier?
don't think she would.
Yeah, she would. He made me feel
She don't even look like she would do that.
Huh?
You know, then again, you can't say who looked like
Thank you.
Because
Thank you. Because those be the types.
There's no certain
I know
time
that
to
was
do
real. That was real.
Because if someone look at me, they wouldn't think like, oh, in 2016, she probably would have did it. You know, I was thinking that. I am only making speculations.
Listen.
I don't know that if I was there, I would have chickened out. Because there was one, I'm going to tell you this. There was one guy that went into, and this is getting a little, I got to make sure that, you know, there was one guy that wanted me to put he wanted me to finger the red zone.
Yeah. Well,
right?
I mean, you didn't want to peg it?
Listen.
You wanted to put a little jab?
And he had a nice butt. Like, he was very muscular. He had a very nice butt.
You spanked it?
Yeah. He had a nice butt.
Yo!
There's nothing wrong with spanking a butt. Like,
spanking a man's butt?
Not like, it wasn't like a whole session.
I don't know. Did you oil it?
Did I oil it?
Yeah.
When I rubbed him down.
You didn't oil it up?
I oiled his whole
you
body
oiled him up like a hoe?
It was a massage. You can massage your man. There's nothing wrong with
that. I'm just saying, like,
just, you know. But
she put the baby on and said, "Let me."
He had a nice butt, and it was just like,
yikes.
At that moment, I was just like, I talk tough because I consider myself a trisexual. Like, I would try everything once, and at that moment, I was trying.
You heard her, right?
I usually not, but I don't.
You said everything once, man. Don't try to put restrictions now.
I do have limits. I don't do shit play. I don't do P play. I don't do
skies and then
I'm not into anything like. I'm not into that. But when I got tried, nasty. I checked out like, I'm not about this. So maybe, but I don't know.
Austin Powers, remember Austin Powers? Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Baby. I was like, now, baby, now. I was like, now.
You oiled his shit up.
If I oil the person, if I'm massaging the man I'm with, I'm gonna oil every part of his body.
I ain't mad about that, but you oiled his shit up.
Yeah.
How did you oil it? Did you get oil between the crack and everything? You spread it?
I popped it.
You spread it?
Look.
Whoa! Homie was spreading it.
This is.
Time out.
I popped it.
People.
It was a cute butt.
Listen.
It's cute. It's one of those butt girls that, like, when he's a missionary, you could just grab it.
The missionary? What's that?
Missionary. Are you in a missionary position? You in a missionary position?
Huh?
You just grab it.
You just grabbed his cheeks.
Palm it. Like, it was nice. It was nice.
You was grabbing his cheeks?
I grabbed his cheeks. What is the problem?
Say it. I was grabbing his cheeks. Say it.
No, I will not.
Please.
I
got tears. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh.
Was his sexuality?
He's a cheek grabber.
Did I question his sexuality? Yes, I did. But it wasn't because of
that.
You did? But it wasn't because of that.
Let's not talk about nothing else.
Like, let's just go.
Yeah, because he's going to see this.
No, he's not.
She was out there talking about she oiled my crack. Ain't that?
It wasn't his crack. It was his butt. I didn't get on his crack. And let's continue. Oh man. One thing about like logical thinking though that I don't that like is the reason why I say you can't use it all the time is because logical thinking is not flexible.
Can I ask you one more question?
Oh my god.
What kind of oil you used?
Baby oil and coconut oil.
Oh, okay. No essential oil too?
No, it's okay.
You didn't do the trifecta?
Coconut oil and then baby oil. But not in that order.
Lord have mercy.
Not in that order. Anyway, but logical thinking, and this is why I say you can't use, there needs to be a balance because logical thinking is not flexible. Logical thinking is more real black and white. It's facts, evidence, and this is what it is. Whereas we live in a world that's not black and white. Well, it's black and white here and there, but it has a whole bunch of gray areas, especially in love, especially in relationships, even in sexuality, even in experiences, especially because we are human beings and we are all
He definitely had a lot of gray areas.
Oh, God.
especially when you were grabbing his butt.
Enough.
He was grabbing his cheeks.
First of all, enough. I
Go ahead, drop an eagle down. You niggas was dropping an eagle down.
No, anybody was dropping no eagle down. Enough.
You remember that Nelly song?
I do remember that Nelly song.
What's the name of the Nelly song? Not to drop the eagle on the other one.
You know about the tip drill? That's some uncut shit. being paid.
You know the
Comment if you remember Uncut. That used to be the first song. Your face. I need that chip. Who's watching that? That's from way back then.
Yo,
What? Uncut used to come at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm sorry.
Crazy. But either way, there's a lot of black and white and logical thinking, and it's not flexible to fit, the world and how we are. Oh Lord, I didn't snatch nobody's cookie.
You did.
I did not. There would have to be something, for me to snatch it. What does cookie snatching
That's
mean?
not cookie snatching.
What's cookie snatching?
Hey man, let's not get into that. But you was cookie snatching.
Comment in the comment.
Cookie snatching. You was cookie snatching.
Oh, cookie snatching. That. I wasn't.
And then you was
Expected.
you was slapping the bank.
Actually, what?
And your hands is kind of a little big there.
But his butt was.
That shit had a
big
butt. That shit echoed.
He had a big butt though, so it was a.
Whoa! First you said it's a nice butt. Now it's a big
nice
butt.
But it was a nice. It was a.
Yo.
He had some.
Tap in the comments if you want her to snatch your cookie.
I am not doing that.
All right, I'm done. I'm done.
But go ahead.
All right. Listen. All right, I'm just serious now. Whew. Because that shit was funny.
I can't.
You usually get things you want if you work hard enough. Goes for materials and killers. Oh, my fault. I just skipped the whole line. I gotta read this over again.
Okay.
My emotions is high. She's a cookie snatcher.
Good
And
night.
I'm scared where her hand going now.
Good night.
You usually get things you want if you work hard enough. This goes for material things. And love, you get things you want with patience.
Yeah.
So, still at the end of the day, you get these things with effort and hard work. So what I mean by this is, in the real world, you can work a job, save enough, and you can get what you want. Material things is a watch, nice car, etc. So in relationships, this transitions to patience. Things don't happen overnight. You have to have patience with people because we all got flaws. You might not like one of her flaws, like she's a cookie snatcher, and you might have to be like, yo,
no cookies.
I ain't know with all that jazz. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a saxophone on my ass. You heard? You gotta relax. You know what I'm saying?
My God.
No, listen, you gotta relax. You know what I'm saying? She gotta relax.
I asked for consent first, anyway.
She was borderline raping that nigga. But
hello, imagine.
You didn't rape him.
I know I didn't.
You just fondled him extreme.
I mean,
if he liked it though, he liked it. Whatever, that's on him.
That's
but
all that matters.
All I'm saying is, end of the day, you have to put in hard work in anything you want.
Yeah.
That goes to relationships. That goes to life. That goes to careers. That goes to education. You can't. Things are not going to be given to you. Basically. So like, the whole. What we was talking about earlier.
The BBL.
Entitlement.
Oh, okay.
Things are not going to be given to you, man or woman, right? So if you find someone that treasures you, it's going to be hard to get to the next level.
Yeah.
But it's accomplishable. It's not like, the heart type of thing. It's logical.
Yeah.
If you work hard, that person know you're driven, you care for them, they care for you, you're sexually attracted.
But the heart is also in it, though.
Yeah, heart. Yes. But this is a different type of heart thing.
Okay.
So, hard work is necessary for anything to work. This right here is hard work.
Yeah.
Us coming to do this and showing, we actually telling stories about ourselves. This is not easy to do, but it's enjoyable because we want to do this. It's hard work.
Basically.
You're only going to achieve great things with hard work. So, and I just feel like, you got to be reasonable.
Basically.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
It definitely wasn't.
You might have found a woman who might have, had a crazy past. Mm-hmm. Or you might find a man that got a crazy past where he might have been community dick for like 20 years or 15 years or 10 years. But he saw you and decided that he wants to change for you or she wants to change for you. Mm-hmm. And sure, it's difficult.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of bumps in the road.
Especially if she's wider than a river.
What?
Hey, listen, just being honest. And he can't last long.
I mean, it's way more than that, though.
No. I'm naming two very bad things. He can't keep it up, and she water in the river.
I mean, but that's still.
But do you know these things are fixable?
Yeah.
You know, you buy her the Kegel ball.
Exactly.
And you tell her the whole time you're at work, you to be doing them things.
Yeah.
Rep.
Yeah.
Him, homeboy, stop beating your meat.
Basically.
And stop being so anxious when you
be,
get it.
You know, it could be just a whole.
Calm down. This ain't your first joyride.
Good night.
You over here like Pistol Pete.
Good night.
You over here like sprinklers.
Enough.
Like you gotta chill out.
Enough.
You over here just shooting.
I can't.
And they made you look. Like you gotta relax.
What?
I'm being honest though. Like, but listen. People cheat, and men and women cheat because something's not being satisfied. Yeah. It could be emotionally, it could be physically. So learn yourself. Also. Learn yourself. Know what you like. Know what you don't like.
Yeah.
So he's not blindsided. And the same thing for him. Yeah. Don't blindside her.
Basically.
If you like getting your gooch licked,
can I get a lick?
And you like all the other stuff she was talking about earlier, cool. If you like getting your cookie snatched, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Tell her. Let her know. You know what I'm saying? End of the day is that because now she knows. You know how many times men cheat because the woman's not doing something sexually he likes? And all of it because he failed to communicate something. It's not her fault because she don't know. Now, if you told her and she doesn't want to do it, bro.
Logical heart. Does it make sense?
Then you got to say to yourself, does it make sense to be there?
And what do you want to be? Not what do you want to be or what do you want?
If this person, you know what I mean? If y'all making it work for each other, then y'all got to make it work. Mm-hmm. Which means you got to be cookie snatching, boo.
Or not.
And homeboy, if she wants her feet licked and her feet
crusty,
I can't even talk about it.
Go get her toes done.
No.
And suck on them.
No. Homie.
Or just don't suck on them and tell
them.
Go
pray on them. Go pray on things. Go take to the foot doctor. Try to help her out.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Try to go help her out. And get her feet done right. Don't stop taking it to the Chinese people. Take it to a doctor to get it fixed.
Oh, so you know what? I have a very unorthodox. Just make it work. If y'all both want to make it work, you make it work. Just as long as ain't nobody getting abused, make it work. If it makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. This is the part of the logic that I don't work with. If it makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. If you're happy in it, you're happy in it. If you're enjoying it, enjoy it. But the logic part is on understanding that this may not end up anywhere.
Facts.
You get what I mean? That's the logic in being aware of that.
Understanding you can have your heart in the right place, and people still can be careless with your emotions, and sometimes have you sit back and ask yourself, are you at fault for even trusting this person with your emotions? Or maybe you at fault for thinking this person was worthy of your emotions and hurt. This is real. Sometimes we jump into things thinking that this person's for me. He never was for you. Learn from the lesson. Don't carry it to the next person. Because that person didn't deserve that.
Don't deserve what
and the person you was with before him or her didn't deserve you.
Just don't carry it with you. That's
so if you do make a choice with your heart, accountability. Understand what the part you played in it, and understand they might have showed you this side of themselves the whole time, and you was delusional in love and infatuated with the feeling this person was giving you, and not realizing the truth.
If you realize the truth, though, and this is where we don't agree. If you realize the truth, you understand what it is, and you want to enjoy it, fucking enjoy it. Nothing is meant forever. Once again, you might die tomorrow. If it's not killing you, it's not fucking your shit up, and it's not doing anything, it's not abusive, and you already know the outcome, but you want to be there and experience it, do you. It doesn't matter if anybody else understands it. It doesn't matter. As long as it's not like a situation where like whatever you go from it, you then now victim blame. Like now you want to be the victim. Now you don't want to take accountability for what you put yourself into. And now you want to go into the next relationship and be like, well, because this happens, this is what I'm going to do. So
I'm going to agree to disagree on.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying that is because everyone energy is treasure. And everybody shouldn't find it. X marks the spot. It's up to you to know who's worthy. And if that person, some people lie. Now let's get that out there. Some people could put up a good ass front.
Everybody lie. Everybody lie.
Everybody don't lie.
Everybody lie. No one's Jesus. No one's God.
Everybody don't lie.
Everybody lie.
Everybody don't lie.
White lie, big lie. Everybody lie. Only they don't lie is numbers.
And she don't even want to accept them sometimes. Despicable. You have anything else left to say?
No, that's it.
I would like y'all to thank y'all for listening. I want y'all comments. I want y'all topics.
What do you guys think about this?
How y'all felt about this episode, and
some of the
we
points
want to interact.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be scared.
Don't be. Comment.
And don't be getting your cookie snatched, bro.
Get your cookie snatched if you like your cookie snatched. Ain't nothing wrong with a nice booty ass. A nice booty.
She's stuttering because she knows
a nice little booty grab motion. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with a nice booty grab.
If you're a guy doing it to a woman, yeah.
If you like your butt grabbed while you on top, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Get your cookie.
Let me ask you a question. This is the last thing we're gonna say. You know how some women like their booty hole play with when they hitting it from the back, right?
Yeah.
What if he likes his when he's doing the mission?
I wouldn't do it.
Huh?
I don't want to put my finger in his booty hole.
Play with it. Ain't gotta be.
I don't want to play with his booty hole. I don't want to DJ on his booty. I'm not doing that. I'm not DJing.
Even if that's what he likes.
No.
No.
None of this. None of this.
No flick of the wrist.
No flick of the wrist.
It's the flick of the wrist.
I'm not doing that.
None.
No.
You sure? Because you grabbing the cookies.
I'm grabbing
and
the
you spanking
cookies.
it. You oiling it. You might as well just. You even said you would even do the little boop boop boop.
I said it back then, but I also feel like if somebody tried me, I
back
don't know
then
if I was
know me. Now they don't know.
Yeah,
whoa!
But I don't even know if I would have done it then. Right now, I'm like, maybe. No, I ain't DJing nobody's red zone.
Like
none of this.
You see the motion?
I'm not doing that either.
Okay, I mean, it's not like he was a type, man.
Anyway,
it's like he was entertaining the idea.
First of all, I was just like, but I wouldn't do it. I had to think about my situations. I have a very.
Whoa!
I think about the situations I've been in. Like, nah, I wouldn't have done that. I would not.
You want Funk Flex to drop the bomb after you do it?
I'm not doing that.
Boom! New York!
Subscribe, like, share, come with more people. Comment what you think about these topics.
And don't
what
you think about flick of the wrist females.
No, listen, if you want to flick of the wrist, you flick of
the wrist. Yeah, if you want to,
What you think about logic and heart? What you think about the beauty versus looks? What you think about booty, the cookie snatching? What you think about?
And the flick of the wrist.
What you think about this lady that gave up her marriage for 14 years? Talk to us, people. Talk to us.
Enjoy y'all week. Be safe. And most of all, please comment and subscribe and like. Thank you.